We're kicking things off, guys. It's a little fashion news. According to the New York Post, now this is just a report, we could see a big shakeup in the fashion world with Neiman Marcus looking to potentially sell itself to Saks Fifth Avenue. Now, this would be quite the big undertaking. I'm sure there'd be a lot of regulatory hurdles involved with that, considering Neiman has about 38 stores compared to Saks 40 stores. So if you think about the behemoth that could be, it'd be a pretty serious combined company. But Neiman Marcus, they've been going through a lot of challenges, just an overall slowdown, a bunch of layoffs that we've seen hit the retailer, especially after that post-pandemic boom that we saw in luxury goods seems to have slowed down a bit. The Post is saying that the company could receive possibly $2 billion for this. But it just makes you think about the larger retail space. A company that
was once worth over $5 billion too, right? If you go all the way back to 2005. So the valuation has come down quite a bit. And it's just been interesting to think about the Neiman Marcus story as a whole since the pandemic. They were really the first retailer to file bankruptcy because of COVID, essentially saying the pandemic made it so they could not continue operations at a way that they were. But they filed Chapter 11. They're able to come back. They actually benefit a lot from the luxury resurgence. And now you're seeing it come back down again. And you sort of wonder, like, where's normal, right?
Yeah.
Because 2020, for their defense, too, when they had to file bankruptcy, that wasn't normal, right? And then you get the big resurgence, also not normal. So how do you sort of right-size? Maybe if they were to merge with Saks, you can figure out a way to right-size, and you can maybe combine those stores in some way. I don't know if that's what you wonder what the eventual plan is, right? Would they want to own 80 big retail areas? I don't know, because
they were arch rivals, right? And Neiman Marcus also owns, I should say, Bergdorf Goodman, which is huge in New York City. Right. Like, these are some serious names in the luxury space.
Yeah, I mean, look, Neiman Marcus didn't really have the sort of online presence that Saks did. Like, Saks at least has a good online presence. Neiman Marcus is sort of empty there. And I think combining the two footprints of those two big names will make a nice sort of combination there. I'm not sure, the antitrust stuff, maybe not much of a concern, because when you think about like how much these guys are just not in the online space at all. Like, both of them are just not there online, right? So it is a nice combination of two big storied luxury names. You mentioned that 2005 reorg that Neiman went through, and that was a terrible LBO, leveraged buyout situation. Yeah. They were on a ton of debt. It almost made sense that once a bad economic sort of hardship kind of hits you, like COVID, they just got knocked out. And Saks is a much better spot with Hudson Bay owning them. I think this better combination, recapitalize. Maybe you pick and choose the right markets for luxury, bigger markets, not mid-tier. Could work for them.
I was going to say, you wonder what happens to some of the real estate, right? Because you would think you don't keep 80 stores between the two of them open. And then you're talking about pretty prime real estate. They don't put Saks Fifth Avenue, prime real estate place, right?
And you don't see
Neiman Marcus and some high-end, when you think about where they are around New York City and around other big cities, that's pretty prime real estate, and it'd be interesting to see if they maybe even take it to just offload some of that. You could use something and just sell it, right, and get rid of the real estate that way.
And I also think consolidation is inevitable for some of these bigger department stores, whether you're luxury or not, especially when you talk about the online space and the Amazons of the world really providing some
Yeah, I mean, since all these other big luxury high-end online like retailers, why would you need to go to, Neiman Marcus? But we'll see.